Tonight, when you turn off the light, some small part of you will hesitate, a flicker of unease with no name and no cause, because you are safe, the doors are locked, and nothing is coming. But the real answer is far stranger. That flicker isn't yours. It was handed to you, night after night, across 2 million years of ancestors who had a very good reason to fear the moment the sun went down. You inherited their nerves. You just forgot why. Picture the world they lived in. No walls, no doors, no streetlights. When the sun dropped, the world did not dim, it vanished. And into that darkness came the things that had waited all day for exactly this. You think of early humans as hunters, but for most of the story, you had it backwards. Two anthropologists, Donna Hart and Robert Sussman, spent years gathering the evidence for a book with a title that says everything. They called it Man the Hunted. For most of our evolution, humans were not the top of the food chain. We were prey, and the hunting happened at night. Think about who owns the dark. Leopards, whose eyes gather light yours cannot. Lions, who coordinate in blackness where you are blind. Every one of them evolved to hunt in the exact conditions that leave you helpless. What did that mean for a small, soft, slow primate with no claws and no fangs? Darkness was not the absence of danger. Darkness was the arrival of it. There is a fossil that makes this real. In 1924, the anatomist Raymond Dart described a young child from Tong in South Africa, one of the earliest branches of our family tree. Later researchers matched the punctures in that tiny skull to the talons of a large bird of prey, a distant relative of yours snatched from above before it ever grew up. Death did not announce itself. It dropped from the sky or slid through the grass. So what did your ancestors do? The only thing that worked. They learned to fear the dark before the dark could reach them. The ones who felt no unease when the sun set, who wandered off alone, who slept too deeply, tended not to become ancestors at all. The nervous ones lived. You are the descendant of the ones who were afraid. But they were not only victims. They found a weapon against the night: fire. The biologist Richard Wrangham argued that controlling flame was one of the most transformative events in our evolution. Fire cooked food, which fed bigger brains, but it did something else the instant the sun set. It pushed back the dark. A ring of firelight was a wall no leopard wanted to cross. For the first time, your ancestors could carve a small circle of daylight out of the night. But the fear never left, because the fire could go out. Imagine being the one awake to tend it. Everyone else asleep, defenseless, the flames sinking low. And beyond the edge of the light, a sound. A branch, a shift in the grass. Nothing you can see, everything you can feel. That feeling has a home in your brain. The neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux spent his career mapping the circuits of fear through a small almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. What he found is that this alarm is fast, ancient, and almost impossible to switch off. It reacts before you think, and it treats uncertainty as danger by default. Your amygdala does not know you have walls now. It runs the same program it ran on the savannah, and every night, when you turn off the light, it stirs. Think about your life. You lie down in a sealed room behind a locked door, surrounded by other safe, sleeping people. By every measure that matters, you are the safest human who has ever lived. And still, some nights, you feel it. The hallway you won't walk without a light. Why does a species this safe still flinch at the dark? Because safety is very new, and fear is very old. A few thousand years of doors cannot undo 2 million years of being hunted. And that inheritance is not a weakness. It is the reason your line survived at all. Every time an ancestor felt that flicker and moved closer to the fire, closer to the group, they lived one more night. And one more night, repeated across 100,000 generations, is the entire reason you are here to feel it. They ran from the night so that you would never have to. Tonight, when you turn off the light, some small part of you will hesitate. Now you know its name. It is not fear of the dark. It is the memory of everything that used to be waiting in it. The darkness is empty now, but the ones who taught you to fear it are still there, in the flicker, quietly making sure you make it to morning.